Hey everyone, so before we begin this video, I just want to give you guys a little channel update and what's going to be happening in the near future and what games we're going to be covering on this channel. So I might be scrapping the whole idea of covering the First Ascendant and doing a lot of videos and streams for it just because it's so time consuming. I was sitting there the other day, it's a really fun game. I really enjoy playing it, but, just sit and stream it, 5 hours a day. And to try and do build videos for it, it's just soaking up so much of my time where I'm just not having having time to do anything else. I'm still interested in doing some ASIM content and covering some updates for the ASIM games there, but because First Ascend's been taking up so much of my time, I just haven't been able to do that. And I think it's my First Ascendant content's been doing really well on this channel. I've been getting quite a lot of views on my videos, and doing guides and doing a build video on there, it's got quite a lot of views, but I'm really struggling to come up with even more ways to keep doing videos for it that is outside of a build video, because I really don't want to keep doing build videos for that, purely because it just takes up so much of my time. And that's just, even on a weekend, usually weekends my sort of downtime where I relax a little bit, I'm spending time playing the First Ascendant and continuously trying to create builds to make some videos. So like I said, it's getting to the point where it's just taking up so much of my time where I mentally and physically can't literally keep up to play the game. Like, it is a fun looter shooter, but we have games like Marvel Rivals coming out and what we've been playing on the channel, and then we've got some ASIM game updates that I would potentially like to try and play or test out. But because I have First Ascendant there as well, it's like, well, which way do I go? Do I just stick with looter shooters? Do I go into hero shooters? Do I just stick with ASIM games? Do I I had the tug of war dilemma in my brain of like, do we do ASIMs on a separate channel, or do we keep it all in one place? And that way we can just pile and pile more and more subscribers from different categories onto the channel. But then it's the same issue, and I'm very paranoid about these types of things where if people are subscribing to me from Marvel Rivals, but they're not interested in a game like Klowns from Outer Space, because why would they be? Like, they maybe it's going to unsub, or that's going to affect the algorithm because my subscribers aren't watching that particular video. This is a huge headache of doing a sort of variety channel on YouTube. But going forward in the near future, I'm probably going to cut down on the First Ascendant a lot. I'm still going to cover some of the update days, like Luna's going to be coming out as a new Descendant on the 1st of August, and we're going to have Ultimate Valby as well. So I'm going to have a look at those and check out those updates. I think, like I said, the grind is just so much on First Ascendant, it takes up way too much of my time, as to where if I did want to cover First Ascendant, it would only be the First Ascendant on this channel, and I don't think that's necessarily a healthy thing. Streaming it 4 to 5 hours every day, and then also doing videos for it, especially if a lot of people who have subscribed to me previously are not really interested in seeing looter shooters. So I'm trying to please everybody here. I come to a compromise of Marvel Rivals is going to be the main game on this channel when it does fully release. It's going to be the main game on the channel, right now. Whether you like that or not, whether you like hero shooters or not, that's just where I'm at, because, I like hero shooters. I used to cover Overwatch years and years ago on this channel, before some of you guys were even here. I used to stream Overwatch every day, and we used to always fantasize of being like, how cool this would be if it was a Marvel game. And now we have that, and I've been having so much fun playing it off stream, on stream, playing it for hours and hours and hours. And there's no doubt in my mind that's going to be a fantastic game when it comes out. It's going to be quite a big hitter. Trying to grow Marvel Rivals could be difficult. Trying to do videos outside of news videos is going to be difficult. Maybe so I can do some guides and character reviews, do some tier lists. All that stuff could come along with Marvel Rivals there. So there's going to be ways to grow that game, hopefully. And, just in the near future, I'm going to be doing videos for this, for Marvel Rivals. And I'm going to be bringing ASIM games back in a very, very, just small degree at the moment. Which is what this video is about. Obviously, we're going to be talking about an ASIM game in a minute, and the disastrous update that Klowns just got. But, that's just what I'm going to keep everything on one channel. We're just going to test it out. It's not going to be a definitive decision, but just for the next few months, we're just going to test it out. Obviously, Marvel Rivals beta ends on the 5th of August, so around that time, First Ascendant is going to have its new update, and obviously, probably, ASIM games will have an update, so then we can, decide, okay, we're going to stream that game on this day because it's getting an update. Maybe a case of, you know, I do 2 streams in a day, you know, 2 shorter streams, checking out the update on Marvel Rivals and checking out the update on an ASM game, or, you know, checking out an update on first. Let's just hope everything doesn't get updated on a Tuesday because I don't know why games love getting updated on Tuesdays. They always do. Or it's a Thursday, you know, it's either a Tuesday or a Thursday, a game gets an update, and then I'm sitting here like, man, you know, I want to check all of this out, but I just don't have the time. And aside from all my demands of content creation that I already have with my time, I've then got a whole house to look after as well, you know, my dog, my cats, my fish tank, you know, and, you know, tidying the house and stuff. So there's a lot I've got to look after. And, you know, right now I just feel like I've been killing myself and spending hours and hours playing the First Ascent because just trying to grow it has been so hard. It's so hard to spend hours and hours trying to pull in people. And I stress myself out too much. You know, I do smoke, and, you know, I vape, and, you know, that's probably slowly killing me. And physically, I'm also just killing myself, my back, my ribs, everything, just because I'm sitting here so long trying to create content for the First Ascendant. And then I'm playing Marvel Rivals so much as well. So, you know, just it gets a bit too much sometimes. And I'm a type of person that overthinks a lot, and I can't switch my brain off. So even if I go off stream for the weekend, for those 3 days that I'm off for the weekend, even if I've got videos going up, you know, I'm sitting there, I'm replying to comments on my videos. Like, I just don't have an off switch, and I really need to start having an off switch and just being happy and trying to, you know, just do what I want to do. You know, just if I feel like doing ASM games, I feel like doing ASM games. And, you know, I really just stopped covering the games because they just got boring again with the updates. There was nothing happening. Killer Klowns got a roadmap now. TCM's getting a couple of updates. Like, I wasn't interested in covering the last TCM update because I sat there when I read the patch notes. I was like, this is fucking pointless. Like, it's not going to do anything. And, you know, lo and behold, the devs are looking into changing it already. So it's like, I always feel like I'm repeating myself and my complaints, so my opinions just fall on deaf ears with those games. And it's like, well... And, you know, just to go back to playing ASM games, part of me just didn't want to because of some of the people around this channel. And I'm not saying it's, you know, everybody. It's a very small percentage of people, but there's been some very toxic people just because I haven't been playing ASM games. It's like people are like, oh man, lol, 52 views in 2 hours, lol, you fell off. And then that video is all, I think it's got like 7,000 views. Oh no, it might actually be over 10,000 views now. So I mean, it's just weird attitude from people that really just put me off even wanting to play the games. Like, you know, it's me being sort of spiteful. It's like, well, you know, if you're going to sit there and complain, I ain't going to play the fucking game that you want me to play. You know, you'll get your dose of ASM content at some point, but, you know, the more people ask me to play those games, and frankly, you know, I really love everybody that's came around from the ASM genre, and, you know, we've been covering those games for the last like 4 years, and, you know, I built a community up on there. So, you know, just to kind of cut ties with it like that, it's a very big, difficult decision for me because that's just what I grew my channel on, and they're trying to grow. And it's like, I'm just mentally exhausted because I've been growing. Like, at the start of the year, we had to grow a new audience for Suicide Squad. We had some people come from the ASM genre, but, you know, not everybody is going to move to a game like Suicide Squad. And then we cancelled Suicide Squad because that was shit. And then we went back to the ASM genre again. And, you know, we probably were on ASM games for about two or 3 months. And the updates we were getting were terrible. TCM, still no reason to really play the game over 2 hours, if I'm being honest. You know, you can sit there and have fun for 2 hours and then you just feel done with the game. You know, they just keep piling in skins, doing some mediocre quality of life changes that I'm not interested in. And then, obviously, we have Killer Klowns, which came out and died within like 2 weeks. So, you know, that was the way I seen it, and I was trying to keep building my channel up with these games. It just didn't seem possible, so that's why I started branching out with doing First Ascendant stuff, because I knew that would have, you know, quite a big player base and people would be interested in that game. I know a lot of people have already gotten frustrated with that game and uninstalled it. It's quite predatory with the microtransactions. You know, the loot grind is a bit too much. But it's just so mentally exhausting, just hopping and trying to build a new audience one after another for these games, as to where I just think I should just put it all together. You know, I should just start making Marvel Rivals content, but then I still have my ASIM content there because I know I already have an audience for ASIM content and I can please them. And, if they want to see some Marvel Rivals stuff, they can hop into there. So, like I said, just that's my brain going 24/7. Should I do this? Should I do that? At the end of the day, I just want to kick back, relax, have fun, and make content, and for everybody to come around and have a fun time as well, rather than being pissy at me if I'm playing a certain game or a certain genre. It's not really like that. Well, that attitude is just not going to be welcome on this channel, and I'll just probably ban you because I'm just over it at this point. With all the shit I've gone through with these games, in this year, you guys can probably tell I'm pretty exhausted a lot of the time when I'm on stream. Haven't been myself for the last 6 months, and that's just due to me constantly stressing out about like, I don't want to play ASIM games today, but, I'm going to have to because that's what's working for me. Now that I'll have Marvel Rivals there and I'll have ASIM games there and I'll have First Ascendant there, I can wake up and decide, okay, I'm playing Marvel Rivals today. But again, this is just going to be a temporary thing for the next few months. We're just going to see how it goes. And hey, if it doesn't work out, I will still do a separate ASIM channel and I will just keep Marvel Rivals on this channel and everybody's happy. Yeah. I'm just worried about spreading myself too thin. That's all it is. And maybe I need to stream less hours. Maybe I need to focus more on doing videos. I really don't know, because YouTube's a wild beast and the algorithm is confusing as hell and how it works. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, and we're just going to be testing some things out in the next few months. Obviously, with my decline of viewership becomes a decline of finances and stuff, so that's just a whole other thing that stresses me out too. And I've just got to be smart about what I'm doing and not trying to work myself to the bone anymore. But anyways, let's get to the topic of this video. So hopefully you enjoy that channel update section there. I think a lot of people will be relatively happy that I am covering ASIM games a little bit again. Like I said, it's not going to be full on like I did last time. It's just going to be a few little videos here and there, a few streams here and there, because I really want Marvel Rivals to be my main game at some point. So let's talk about this Killer Klowns update that was a fucking disaster, because that's what I like to do. I like to talk trash about this stuff. Okay, so patch 1.3 came out about 3 hours ago, and obviously they dropped in the Gutso cosmetic that's coming to the game, which you can purchase now. I think they have a Zombo cosmetic as well. I've been away from the game for a little bit, but I've been kind of keeping up with what's been going on. So they have some changes and improvements in this patch. So adjusted and polished various sound effects. Players will now be able to see their teammates' health and stamina while in spectator mode. That's pretty good. Humans. Player's resurrection card. This is a very rare Hand of Fate card. Will bring you back to life when used. I'm not sure how many of these are. I heard there was only one of these. So if you're doing the Hand of Fate mini game, you can get a resurrection card. Humans can drop items while cocooned. Increased fear gain from spotting a clown. Reduce the movement speed penalty from primary attacks with melee weapons, so they're making melee weapons a little bit faster as well. Reduce air horn stun duration, so the air horn got nerfed. Reduce charge two-handed sharp melee attack stun duration. So get weapons like the axe and stuff like that. Clowns, polished animations for clown talities performed by a clown tank. Polished animations for the clown NATO clown tally. Clown tricks increase the clown jump stun duration, so when you land on a human, they're going to be stunned a little bit longer. Clown jump impact damage and clown jump land and animation speed. And increase the bonus time reduction gain towards unlocking tricks from hooking up cocoons as well. Now, for the bug fixes, they've got a lot of bug fixes here. Address various issues that were causing cocoons to clip through objects and walls. Fix an issue where players could clip behind walls in the suburbs. Oh, that was actually around the toilet area. You could literally go inside of the wall. Fix an issue where progress would not track properly if a player left the match early for the following achievements. Trophies, thrill of the kill, the lackeys are lacking. Escape artists, saving them for later, and Cilicia Slayer. Cilicia Slayer? Cilicia. I think I'm saying that. Cilicia. Fix an issue where +1 pop-up would appear under the human's remaining counter when clowns left the match. Fix an issue where controllers were not vibrating after players depleted their stamina in private matches. That's a weird bug to fix. Fix an issue where various text was incorrectly displayed in English. Numbers were missing in the menu if languages were not set. If language was set to Arabic. Humans had a bunch of bug fixes as well. Elite Human Challenge book would not unlock after completing all other human challenges, so they fixed that. Humans could be kicked for idling while holding the portal open as well. Oh, that's annoying. Humans could get stuck if the locked door action was interrupted by another human. Fix an issue where humans could get stuck after being hit by a clown jump while rescuing a cocooned human. Oh wow, there's a lot of bug fixes here. I tell you what, I will link these. I don't want to read through everything here. They've also fixed the Elite Clown Challenge book, but you know, it's just a few little bug fixes here and there, and that's really focusing on polishing the game up, which is kind of nice. However, that patch is gone. That is gone from the game. It's just been taken away from everybody 2 hours later from the patch. So after you see all the upcoming changes here, they're not even in the game now. So they released it. The patch was actually causing people's games to crash. So PS5 and Xbox, every time they hit start, boom, crashed immediately. So it's a bit of a disastrous update for Killer Klowns yet again. And it leads me to the conclusion of saying this yet again, that the game needed another 6 months to develop because it's just so unfinished. It's a shame because it's a fun game. You know, I enjoy playing it, but you know, just seeing something like this, I can't help but laugh at it. And I do feel bad for them at the same time, but you just gotta laugh at a disaster sometimes. But yeah, it's that whole patch is not in the game now. It was literally in the game for like 2 hours. They put a thing out on Discord saying, okay, we're rolling back everybody to 1.2 instead of 1.3. And now you guys are going to have to wait for hotfix patch 1.31. So you're going to have to wait for a new update before you can even try all this stuff out. I'm not sure if the Gutso skin is still available. Potentially it is, but I really don't know if it's still there. I haven't been able to check because I haven't had time. But yeah, it's a bit of a disastrous day for Killer Klowns, unfortunately. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I know I went on a bit of a long-winded rant about the channel and what's going to happen, but you know, I just need to get my thoughts and opinions across to everybody, and trying to make everybody happy is my main priority, and you know, trying to make myself happy too. So probably the best way to do that is I have to just, you know, work on what is reasonable for myself rather than killing myself trying to do a certain game. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more ASM game content or Marvel Rivals content on this channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I've been Pixel, these are my awesome videos. I'll catch you guys in the next one.